What's up guys, my name is Mitch and I'm part of the content creation team here at Clean Canvas, and in today's video I'm going to walk you through how you can set up your automatic collections using Metafields. Shopify released this ability recently over the Christmas break, so I'm going to cover as much as possible in this video when it comes to doing so. I'm going to give you some examples of why you might want to do this and use it over the traditional way where people used to use tags. It's probably better to use Metafields, so I'll go into the video why you want to do that. In this video, I'll be doing the demonstration on our demo store of Mode. So if you like what you see in the video, you can be sure to check out the theme over on the theme store. There'll be links below for it and you can try it out for free. But without further ado guys, I'm just going to get into the video right now. Alright guys, for the demonstration I'm going to create two collections. One will be created by a product metafield, and then the other ones are going to be created based on product variant metafields. Now I'll get into that into a little bit if you're not sure what that means. But the first things first, we're going to go over here to our settings, metafields, and we're going to start creating the metafield. So here I'm going to click on products and we can see I have some already created, but I'm going to click on add definition and I'm going to call this new arrivals. Now you can see here automatic collections is not selectable because I haven't selected a type, because currently there's only 4 types you can use. One is single line of text, decimal, integer, and the last one is true or false. Now this might change depending on what Shopify adds in the future, but currently these are only ones that are supported. They might add more in the future. So single line of text, list of values, it doesn't matter which one you select. I just like selecting list of values for this. Now we can click automatic collections. That's important. If you don't select this, then you won't be able to create the automatic collection. So I'm going to click save, and now we're going to go over to our collections area and start working on this. So here we have new arrivals auto, and currently haven't much going on at all. Currently we can see product tag, which is the most commonly way that people would create automatic collections, which in the past was very, very good. But the thing is with tags, with some themes, they might display your tags in searches, or they'll also be picked up on search results as well. So it's better to use Metafields for this, because tags then you won't have to worry about. So what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go down here and select from underneath Metafields. We can see the 2 created Metafields I created already, new arrivals. So I'm going to click on new arrivals, and then here we have to put in what we want to be the trigger. So I wanted any product that has the metafield new in it. So like this, it's going to pull in that product into this collection. So I'm just going to click save now. Now next thing to do is go to products that I want this to appear in. So here I'm over on the products area, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to bulk do this, because you can bulk do this with products, which is great. So I'm going to click on this guy here to select all my products, and then I'm going to click on edit products. Now I'm going to go up to columns here. I'm going to uncheck everything except for the metafields. Here we have our new arrivals metafield, so I'm going to select that. And now we can see new arrivals, and we can go in here and add basically tag it with new. So I'm going to scroll down and then hold shift here and go back up and type in new here, and now you can see it's after adding it there very, very quickly. So now if I click save and I go over here to my collection page and refresh, we can see it's already added 10 products to the collection. And then if I go in here, we can see those 10 products are showing up. And if I go over to the collection inside the admin, we can see everything going on here. So one thing to note here as well, if you can add more conditions, so I could go and create another metafield and add that as a rule. So let's just say I created one and I went down here and I selected it. Okay, all is good. And let's just say I put in the name here, and let's just put in old. And once I click save, you're going to notice that all my products have just disappeared. That's because you want to make sure that if you want no matter what it is, you can have any condition, click save, and then that will allow the collection to look for any product with these conditions and show them. But if you have all conditions, what that means is the product has to contain both of these and not just one. So if you're wondering why you don't see any products, that could be the reason. Alright guys, so now I'm going to show you how you can create an automatic collection for colors, and it's going to be using the variant metafields and not the product metafields. So what does that mean? So first things first, we're going to head over to our metafield section, and underneath here, variants, we're going to click in there. And you can see I've already created the metafield, but basically it's exactly the same as we did it for products. All I did was give it a name, select list of values, select single line of text or one of the other 3 like I mentioned, and then underneath here select automatic collection so it shows up in the collection. And then all I do then is go over to the collections page here and look for the collection. We can see it here, and underneath the metafield options here we select color and we select is equal to, and for this I'm going to put in the color blue. And once I do that, we can see it's pulling in a product that has that added to one of the variants. So where do I go to do this? Now, unfortunately, as of right now, Shopify doesn't allow you to bulk edit variants, but they might do at some stage. So maybe if you're watching this in the future, be sure to check out the editor and see if that works. But we're going to go into the product here, and then here we have the product details, and then here we have the variants. So I need to go into my variants here. I know this is the one that's attached to. So I click on edit, and if I scroll down, we can see blue has been added to the Metafield. So that's why this product is showing up in that collection. Now, let's say I want one of my products to show up and I don't want to use blue because it's obviously not a blue product. It's red product. So let's just put in red here and click save. We go to the collection. This is actually quite important because you're probably wondering, how do I add more? And if you want to add more options to the collection, you don't just put in here comma red, because that won't work. What you do instead is you click on add another condition, and then you go and select color, but it automatically gives you the one already, and then you put in red here and you click save. But obviously I have the same product open. So, another good example, no products are shown. Why is that? Because I didn't select any condition. So I click on save again, the product comes back in. If I go over to the collection here, we can see the product is now showing in this collection for me. And if I wanted more products to go into this collection, I would just add that variant metafield to them. And if I have different colors that I want to also appear in that collection, so like I could say green, products that have green, I wanted them to show, and I can just go over to the products here. Let's say I want to add this product to it. So I scroll down here to the variants. Do we have a green product here? We do. So I'm going to click here on edit, go down here, add green, click save, go back to my collection, give it a refresh, and now that product is showing in the collection. Alright guys, so I'm just going to do a couple of important points to note about when it comes to doing this with Metafields. And one of the things is that I suggest not using a true or false Metafield, because that will end up, what that could end up causing is, if you're using multiple Metafields for multiple collections and you use another true or false, those products, there's no way to stop them from showing up in other collections. So don't really advise it unless you're using like just the one collection and you're doing it for just the one. But I would just go with the single line of text as the metafield to create things with. Also, if you're wondering how to delete a metafield, you need to actually remove the metafield from the collection first. So if I go over here to my new arrivals, and we can see I have the new arrivals here. If I don't want to delete the collection entirely, I need to just give it a new rule. So I'm just going to set it to, price, and then I can delete these, because if you try and delete the metafield, it will prompt you to say you need to remove the metafield from the collection first. So if I go now to my metafields here, and if I open up the metafield itself, new arrivals, we can see that when I go down to delete it from here, it will allow me to delete it. Alright guys, and the last thing I want to cover is this. When you're creating a collection with a metafield for a variant, and you're selecting, say this is going to be a red variant, it does not mean that that collection will show that variant first in line. Currently it does not do this or support it, but this could change in the future. Hopefully it does come, but just keep that in mind, that what it's actually just doing is it's just going to pull in the product that that variant is attached to, and then the person can go and perhaps select that better based on the theme that they're using. But if you really want to do this, there's a bit of a trick that you can do if you want to get a link that basically will pull a person to a specific variant, and this is how you do it. I'm just going to go over to my demo store here. So here on our theme, we have the ability to filter the colors. So if you notice something here, when I select a specific filter, you're going to notice that the link here actually changes. And what this link does is basically, if I open this link in a new tab, this will open up that collection page or that filter exactly how it was. So what you could do theoretically is, if you want to say create a link here and say, call it collection orange or whatever, you could then just add that link. So if we go into the online store navigation and we go to main menu, and I could add a link here, and I paste in the link there, give it a second, and now I click on that, and then orange. And if anyone clicks on that link from my menu or wherever else I put this link in my website, it will automatically open on that page, automatically selecting that filter and automatically showing that product. So that is a way around that if you're really looking for something that can do that. So that's just a bit of a tip for me. But yeah, without further ado guys, thanks very much for watching this video. I do hope it helped a lot. If it did help, please do give it a like and subscribe to the channel, as we're going to be putting out a lot more content around our themes and around Shopify. So I can imagine you'll get a good lot of knowledge from us hopefully in the future. But thanks very much for watching, and have a great one.